Hi all, it's Emily Rand with ESPN Esports. I am currently joined by Simp following the Atlanta Phase's second tournament victory this year. So just generally, how you doing? How you feeling, man, after your second win?
I'm feeling good. It feels good to win another event and just feel on top again.
I know you probably are sick of answering this question and or hate it, but a lot of people are looking at, you guys and Dallas at the top of the league. You've both won online, you've both won offline. You did lose to them previously. I guess, how do you feel like your two teams match up, and do you agree with what everyone's saying that like you two are definitively the two best teams in the league?
If we went against Dallas right now, I think we'd probably play them a lot better than we did last time. I think we're a lot better at hard points now, and that we might put up way more of a fight than we did the last time we played them. But yeah, I'd agree saying that us and Dallas are probably the top two teams right now.
And then we've seen like a lot of shuffle, I guess, with the teams underneath you.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on in the Call of Duty League right now? Is that just an online thing, or is it like people are just improving, figuring out the game more?
I wouldn't say it's an online thing. I think we're around the point in the season where teams are starting to just like everyone's kind of catching up, but like catching up and just getting to a point where actual strats and stuff take into like play into the game. It's not just I know more so we can outskill these guys. It's kind of just like a little things around the map, like one or two things a game that'll put teams above.
So, piggybacking on that, your team had an insane head start to this game. You seemed to figure it out super,
Yeah,
super quickly. You guys clicked. You knew how to play Modern Warfare better than any other team at the start.
yeah.
Um, how have you guys sustained that, especially after your few losses that you have had?
Um, I mean, from the beginning until around like the LA event before that, I'd say that a lot of the time our gun skill was bringing us to victories, and just not really just us knowing the game properly and like playing it properly. But I think after we lost to Dallas, it really like clicked in our heads that we needed to just start making these changes and start getting better at the things we need to get better at, so that these other teams don't just catch up and that we stay above everyone else.
What adjustments did you make going into this past Florida home series?
Um, I'd say really the main changes we've made are just making sure we're doing the right stuff and going the right places in hardpoint. Beforehand, we'd kind of just do whatever and kind of just run around together, and not really like a what's the word, like a structured format kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we took our losses and we realized like we need to get better, and so in that 1 week we kind of just focused down and grinded hardpoint and made sure that we can actually win some of these so that this year's aren't so hard on ourselves.
So I have to ask about the map one against London. When something like that happens, like what is going on with it, like internally with your team? Were you surprised that they didn't just restart the map?
I don't know. It's kind of like a weird scenario because like the game started and they started team killing, and then we all kind of like stopped for a second. But like Maniac was like don't stop until the game and the ref ends it, because that's how kind of like every sport is, esport, like whatever.
Mhm.
Like you wait until the official says something. So I think we kind of just kept on playing, and the ref at some point during the first like hill, he was like, yeah, this is a live game, like we're not ending it. And from there, like we just took it super serious. um, I mean, we were down to replay it, but the officials, like, it was kind of like up to them. So nothing we could really do about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone blames you. I just wanted to
Yeah,
ask. And then your finalist opponent was actually Optic, which was,
yeah.
I guess, kind of a surprise. Did that affect your preparation at all, or were you surprised at how well Optic played this past weekend?
I wouldn't say it affected our preparation playing against Optic in finals, but I'd say it kind of limited it because we don't really have much footage on them or like anything, because they kind of get eliminated early, like for the most part beforehand. So there's they don't really have a huge amount of like maps on stream to really look at. So like yeah, it affected our preparation, but we still went into it playing it like any other finals match we'd be playing. Like even if Dallas was on the other side, we'd still be taking it as serious as we were when we were playing Optic.
And then in this kind of like time of social isolation, how has your prep changed? How has your practice changed, if it has at all, for events?
I don't think it's really changed much, to be honest. Besides like the little bit of land practice a day or two before an event. We still go over the same amount of VODs. We still do the same amount of scrims. We still do the same thing. So I wouldn't really say it's affected us as much as you think it does.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me. All the best to Atlanta FaZe
Thank
going
you.
forward. And for more Call of Duty League coverage, keep it here on ESPN Esports.